Monday, and it's time for us to talk technology, and that means that Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, joining us right now. Luis, welcome back.
Thank you, Mark. How are you today?
Doing pretty good. We have an interesting story and one that was in the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune. It's a farewell to the Millennial Lifestyle Subsidy, MLS. It kind of concerns the ride-hailing apps, but a lot of other of these new modern apps are covered by this. Talk a little bit about what the MLS is.
One of the things that people tend to not really understand is that when startup companies like Uber and Lyft, all those kind of companies that are trying to gain customers and gain market share to satisfy their shareholders or to set up themselves up for an IPO, they tend to price their offering at a level that attracts customers but doesn't necessarily produce a profit.
Right. It doesn't even cover the cost of doing business.
No, not at all. In fact, they operate at a loss. They call it the burn rate. And it's something that is a measurable key performance indicator that tells their investors that, yes, they're burning through money really fast, which is a good thing as they build their market share. But as they get to the point where now they have to start making money because their investors now say, great, you've scaled to the point where you now need to start making money, they have to raise their prices. And that's starting to impact a lot of people, particular millennials that have basically grown up with these services, these like inexpensive ride sharing apps, or like even things like Airbnb. Prices are starting to go up because now they have to make money. And the impact is going to be interesting to watch.
Talking about like a food app, an ordering app where you would order a pizza for $16, but they would pay the pizza parlor $24 for it. So the company was eating $8 on every order, and that doesn't even count the cost of the employee delivering it to you and the vehicle cost and everything like that. So it's really kind of crazy. You talk about a business that's an upside down business model. So now these guys are trying to kind of right side their businesses. One fellow talked about the fact that he took a ride from Kennedy Airport in New York to some location across Manhattan, and it cost more than his flight from New York to San Francisco.
We've gotten used to these inexpensive services that are basically now going to have to pay for themselves, and that means that we're going to be paying more for it.
Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, joining us today on Power Talk Radio, online, alvareztg.com. At AlvarezTG is the Twitter handle. Luis, the toll-free number for the I-Team.
Give us a call at 866-78-I-Team. That's 866-784-8326.